Chapter 56. Ben. Rain pattered on the window, the dim light from outside casting a shadow over Malcolm's office. The room smelled of old leather and fresh ink. Every surface was clean, with papers meticulously organized in stacks and books arranged by size. Malcolm's large wooden desk was the only thing standing between him and his loyal right hand. Ben.
Ben,
Malcolm began, his voice smooth as velvet, the tone that always caught one off guard due to his power. His deep-set eyes never left Ben's, ensuring he held his attention. He showed no emotion whatsoever after all that had happened earlier.
You know, I've always admired your tenacity. You have a knack for finding what others can't.
An uneasy feeling settled in the pit of Ben's stomach as he anticipated the consequences of Yasmin's actions. He could feel the tension in the room, thick and heavy. Malcolm appeared calm, but Ben knew better. He was struggling to keep it together, and that terrified Ben to the core.
"Thank you, Malcolm. It's my position, after all."
A hint of a smile played on Malcolm's lips.
"Indeed. And, speaking of that, it's time. No more excuses. You need to bring me your wife and son."
Ben raised an eyebrow, a feeling of unease coming over him.
"Excuses, sir?"
The rain's rhythm was the only sound in the room. Malcolm continued.
"I understand the challenges, Ben, but I need you to understand something too. While I may speak lightly of it, this isn't a request. It's a demand. I need you to bring your wife in now."
"You can't possibly believe she's involved with Malik's death." Ben took a deep breath, attempting to calm the anxiety that was bubbling up inside of him. Beads of perspiration started forming on his skin.
"And you know Leah had nothing to do with what Yasmin did."
Malcolm's gaze softened momentarily.
"Malik, my baby brother."
A flicker of pain crossed Malcolm's face, revealing a raw and unguarded expression before vanishing.
"I've reason to believe she knows more than you think. We need to get to the bottom of this."
He turned towards Ben.
"Is this a problem?"
Ben swallowed, Malcolm's words hanging in the air.
"Understood,"
he finally responded.
"But Malcolm, you know how this will look for me, right? Bringing in my own wife for questioning?"
There was a pause. Malcolm tilted his head, his calm and composed demeanor hiding the storm within.
"It's not about appearances, Ben. It's about justice for Malik."
Ben nodded slowly.
"All right. I'll do my best to bring her in, discreetly."
Malcolm leaned forward. The weight of his gaze was unrelenting.
"I've been patient, but my patience, like all things, has limits."
His voice, while cool and seemingly light, carried a depth that left no room for doubt about the gravity of the situation.
"You're out of time, Ben. Bring her to me, or else don't come back at all."
Ben straightened up, shaken by Malcolm's words. He didn't mean it, did he?
"Malcolm?"
His eyes pierced through Ben's, full of malice and unwavering conviction.
"Bring me your wife and your mistress."
"Yasmin? Why would I know where she was?"
He held his tongue, not wanting to reveal that he knew exactly where Leah was. Malcolm turned his back to Ben and walked towards the window, gazing out at the rain that was steadily falling. Placing his hand against the glass, he rested his forehead on it.
"Where Leah is, Yasmin is never far behind,"
he remarked, before turning back to face Ben.
"I want them both brought here. Immediately."
Ben nodded and bent his head down low, acknowledging Malcolm's unspoken dismissal. He turned and walked out of the office without saying a word, knowing that words would have no impact or meaning at this point. Malcolm wanted action, demanded it. The task's weight pressed down on Ben's shoulders. Malcolm's trust in him was waning. There was an underlying warning that was not subtle. It made him think that maybe he'd not been so clever after all. Perhaps Malcolm had always been aware that Ben knew the whereabouts of Leah and the boy. It was a high-stakes game he played, keeping Leah hidden away without bringing her in. Could Malcolm have known all along Ben was keeping an eye on her? But how? Could it be that Ben had underestimated Malcolm? The possibility crossed his mind. After all, Malcolm Gobo was the head of the decree, and he held the ultimate responsibility for every decision that had led them to this moment. Ben cursed out loud. Frustration and anger boiled inside of him. His feet pounded against the tiled floor as he stormed down the hallway towards his rooms. Doubt gnawed at him, wondering if he had made a fatal mistake. The weight of potential failure hung heavy in the air, suffocating him with every step he took. He could feel the cold sweat forming on his brow and the rapid thumping of his heart. Everything was on the line, and he had played the wrong card, and he was about to lose it all. Taking a deep breath through his nose, he stormed into his empty rooms. Enough was enough. It was time for action. First Leah, now Yasmin. These bitches were going to ruin everything he'd built with Malcolm. He clenched his jaw, trying to control the rising fury that simmered within him. Ben offered them everything, and they spit in his face for it, turning on him, determining to destroy him. He hurried to his room he shared with the ungrateful Yasmin. His gaze flicked around, half expecting to see Leah and Yasmin already there, waiting for him. No more! He would no longer allow these women to continue to sabotage his chances of success any longer. It was time to act and put an end to it. Stupid, stupid bitches! He grunted through gritted teeth. You just had to do it. You couldn't resist pushing me over the edge. He started filling a duffel bag, tossing in a pair of dark jeans and a black shirt. Well, now you've done it. You have no one to blame but yourselves. With a sharp zip, he sealed the bag closed and flung it over his shoulder in frustration. He caught a glimpse of himself in a nearby mirror. His sandy hair fell in front of his face, and he absent-mindedly brushed it back with his hand. He took a moment to smooth down any stray strands and collect himself. He knew exactly what he had to do. Only the slight twitch of his upper lip betrayed the organized calculations going on in his mind. Stupid bitches, he said once more to his reflection. Thought you'd fuck with me, did ya? He smirked, with a clear understanding of what he had to do.